A new free legendary champion was released into Raid Shadow Legends, and every player who logged in for 7 days straight got her yesterday. Ronda, a UFC, MMA, real-life champion who was added into the game as a way of advertising and bringing in new players from that genre, I guess. So there she is. Everybody's talking about her. Yesterday I didn't have a chance to test her out, use her and all that, but today I do have all the time for her. In this video I'm going to be showing you 2 ways to build Ronda from the Noob to Pro series, a 154 days old new account where we will build her and show her how we use her in that content, and also an endgame account that has been playing for about 3 years. From my main account, I'll show you my endgame gear that I use on that champion, and we'll take her into content and test how Ronda will perform. So first of all, I'll not go into detail as far as her skills and all that. We already have the champions who know what she does. She's supposed to be a damage dealer, AoE damage dealer, who also have this sweet part of her skill which can block the passive skill of one enemy champion. So this will be used mostly in the arena. So I'll be testing this out on my endgame account, and she can also block the active skills after she's done attacking. So far we already know that 2 champions can only do this block passive skills. She does it on a single target, while Romanto Drake's Blood does it on an AoE basis. So that's pretty cool, something I like to test out. So a lot of people saying this will be a way of blocking all those dodges and all those people who do a bunch of passives, you know. So that's a way of making sure their passives don't go off. Sifi's passive can also be blocked so she doesn't keep reviving Rotos, so he can nuke you off. Ultimate Death Knight passive, where he takes all the damage in his stone skin. Well, if he's in stone skin, he can't even land this passive. That's the this skill. That's the bad part. But I'm willing to test her out in different content. Hopefully you watch this video all the way to the end, and maybe you learn something or teach me something in the comments below that I got wrong. All right, that's what I wanted to test out. Our AoE damage right there is what I'm also going to test out on my main account to see how hard hitting we should be, especially for the Noob to Pro series where we don't have endgame gear, we don't have savage gear. I did not build this champion in savage gear, so we'll be testing out in normal lifesteal gear, where we'll take her into campaign to find out, will you take this champion to 60, or will you take your starter champion, Kill, Atel, Galek? Would you take those champions to 60 instead of Ronda? Let's find out. So I'm currently on the Noob to Pro, and I'll head straight to our gear so we see how I build this champion first of all. This account has been farming Dragon 20 for just a few months now, just a few months old. So let's head over to our gear and find out how she's geared, and before we move over to the endgame account to see how she's geared over there too. So this is Ronda. If I switch to recently used, I've not even taken her to fully maxed 60 yet. That's how fresh she's built. I just built her today. I've not even tested her to see if this gear will work out in any content. So she's not rocking any accuracy banner. That's one sweet thing about her. So that means you can put in attack right there to even increase your damage. I was lucky enough to get a crit damage amulet right there. Now a newer player playing 2 months, 3 months, you might not yet have a crit damage amulet. It's fine to have HP or defense over there to survive a little bit longer. And of course I had to put attack right here. If you can get this this counter attack accessories, it will be awesome for her, because when she counter attack with that A1, she will hit a lot harder. So because she hits 3 to 4 times on that A1. So on the chest I had to put attack right there, right? Let's see if I got attack. No, I couldn't find any attack on the chest, so I went with HP. On the glove I went with crit damage. If you don't have crit damage, you can always go with crit rate on your glove and then find your crit damage elsewhere. For a total stat, I was able to get up to 196 speed, which is what I needed for kind of ultra nightmare clan boss. Yes, I'm going to test her in clan boss. And crit rate of 104, crit damage of 200. I'm surprised I got up to 200 crit damage. For a new account, 150, you'll be lucky to see 150 crit damage. It's because I had crit damage glove and crit damage on the amulet. So HP is looking nice. Attack is not looking nice at all. Of course, defense is also very, very poor. And yeah, her accuracy is not needed. If you can make it 80, the lowest possible, make it there. Resistance not also needed, because she's going to be trying to hit as hard as possible. So that's the Noob to Pro build. I'm kind of proud of this build. Remember, no service set on this account because we've not been farming the Fire Knight yet. We're still farming Dragon 24-25 to get to Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. That's where we are. So that's the total stats. Let's head over to her masteries on this account. I was trying to go for more of a Clan Boss type of mastery. So I'm trying to go all the way down here, and I'm going to be selecting Giant Slayer once I've farmed that last number of scrolls that I need to complete it. So that's the way I'm going for, a Clan Boss kind of build. But this build will be a general, it's not just a Clan Boss build. It will work in dungeons, she'll work in Hydra. This will also work in just general content. Anywhere I need somebody to go in with me to do my nukes, because I want to relegate Kale to one side, I'll be able to use this champion. So let's first of all take her into content, where we'll find out if she can actually replace Kale in the campaign. That's one thing we want to find out, if she farms campaign faster than Kale. So if I head over to the setup right there and replace her with Kale, let me go to Brutal 12-3. That's where I'm going to be testing her out. And she can be in the leader slot because she does have an aura in all battles by 30. Let's take out Kale so it doesn't nuke the waves for us before she can do it. Put in somebody else that needs to be 60. All right, let's see. Campaign. I didn't set any presets or anything. She's just going to go ahead and do her A1 skill. Her levels are not maxed. I don't know if that will affect her damage. I don't think it should. But let's see. Hopefully she can nuke the first wave in one go. If she can nuke the first wave in one go, I'll be okay. Because she does have the mastery that has the chance to reset her, the cooldown of her skills, right? And nuke. Yes, she can do it. Did she hit 2 times? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, she can hit 2 times. That AoE hits 2 times. So she can do a single target and take down somebody. This champion can be a campaign farmer. Tested and confirmed. Now, this is obviously because I do have up to 200 crit damage and almost 3000 attack. Now, if you can go up to 150 crit damage, you might take a little bit more time to take them down. Because she's hitting and she has decreased the cooldown of her skills. That means the AoE will be available in the turn 3 right now. This is a 36 second farmer. She hits twice, yes. So 19k, 20k damage per those hits. That is total of 40k to 60k depending on RNG and all that. That's not that much of a fast campaign farmer. Kale is still going to be my campaign farmer. But if you're new to raid and you're wondering, should you put her to 60 or should you put Kale to 60? If you're not using Kill, of course, you can always replace that with Atel and other Elhain and others. I'll suggest that you take this champion to 60. She's totally worth using as a campaign farmer. 36 seconds is not a bad time. Now, if I had Savage set, if I have better gear, if I had better attack, she'll obviously be doing this better. If you're going to be running her elsewhere, she's also going to be doing it in lifesteal, of course. That means she's going to take that lifesteal gear that you're supposed to put on your starter champion. So that first test is confirmed. She's totally worth using as a first champion to 60. If you want 19 seconds campaign farming, 18 seconds, 20 seconds campaign farming, go with your starter champion. There is nothing wrong with that because they'll also be viable in the clan boss and other areas. I feel like you're eventually going to take those champions to 60 anyway. So whether you choose your starter champion or you choose this champion, it doesn't really matter. You're still going to be farming campaign at 20 seconds, at 36 seconds. Even if I optimize my gear, it might be better than this. So that's just this test I wanted to do from the Noob to Pro series. Now, I'm not going to be running her in the dungeons for the Noob to Pro, but she will also work a similar way. You can also run her with your kill if you eventually take both of them to 60. So let's switch over to the main account where we'll be doing the endgame test to see how this champion will perform. Now, for this particular test, let me show you the gear on that account that I built her with first of all, and of course her masteries for that endgame account. Now, this account, I just need her as a nuker, nothing else, no other role. She's not going to be in any of my teams. I just need an AoE nuker. That's what I need her for in this account. But the problem is I already have a Foley, I already have a Candraphone, I already have Hondi, Bigon, you know, you name it. An endgame account that already has a lot of nukers will not find this champion very useful to build. So the only reason why I took her to 60 on this account is because of content. That's just the truth. And I only took her to 60 because I wanted to make this video. Normally, on a normal day, I'll claim this champion and put her in the vault, just like I did for Maranix on this account, right? When you got Maranix, when you got all this champion, you just move them over to the vault until you need them for something. She's not a champion that will ever grace my teams. because I already have a champion doing maybe I want to do that A2 that will put somebody's skill passive on cooldown. I already have endgame. I already have all these endgame champions. So she's not a champion that I should have taken to 60, but let's still go ahead and show her off. So this is what I built on her. No sets. Why? Because she doesn't deserve my best Savage set. So to give from Kandafron, from Foley, to begin to steal gear from people, I don't think it's wise. I don't want to pieces my good teams right now because of this champion. So I went into my gear that is not leveled, that is not being used on anybody, and found out the best one for her. I didn't want to look for sets because that would limit my potential. So I went in looking for stats, and I went in, finally got to 271 crit damage. That's number 1 priority. Crit rate 100%. That's number 2 priority. Attack over 5,000. That's number 3 priority that I was looking for. When I had these 3 priorities right now in place, it means she can nuke. The next thing I was looking for was speed, something above 150. It got me up to 180, and I'm okay with that. That means she's now viable as a nuker. If I don't want to use Foley, if I don't want to use Candlephone, if I don't want to use Bigon, all these other nukers that I already have, if I just want her, because of that, her A2 that can point Foley, that can point what's his name now, Sifi, take her out, point just passive, just lock somebody's passive because of they cannot resist it. And that A2 is 100% is guaranteed to land. This is what that is the main reason why I built her. So it's on a 3-turn cooldown. When booked, of course. So that's this block passive skill. That's the reason why I actually thought it's wise to bring her into the game. For her blessings, of course, you want to have the normal nuker blessings on her, which will probably be Life Harvest, right? No, Soul Reap. This is the one you normally have on a nuker to just do the cleanup in case somebody survives and all that. So if I had my blessing on her, this is the blessing I would choose. For her Masteries, as a nuker who is going to go first, hopefully, in a speed team, or even in a, what do you call these teams? In a stall team, she can be protected by another champion and then go second. This is the Masteries from El Hate's website. This is normal, typical nuker Masteries with Helm Smasher to ignore even more defense than her A2 is already ignoring. Also Helm Smasher because I don't have Savage set, so that should help me. Now for general content you saw on the Noob to Pro, I did go towards Giant Slayer because that's geared towards PvE content. For PvP, Ronda must go with this Helm Smasher. Or if you want more crit damage, I guess you could always go with Flawless Execution if you already have enough Savage set going there for you. With a counter attack, some people are saying she should have gotten this Mastery to increase the chance of placing any debuff from skill, or I don't think this increases the chance of her joining an attack when your ally is hitting. That 15%, I don't know if this will boost it up to 20%, but we're looking forward to that happening also. So that's Ronda Mastery, that's her skill, that's her total stat for my endgame account. Her gear was looking more of crit damage, attack, and I was just trying to look for crit damage everywhere, and that's it on the glove, crit rate right there, attack on the chest with crit damage. And I love that this one can help me block a little bit of crit if I don't go first. Crit damage right there also with attack substats. Alright, it's time to take Ronda into the dungeons and see some damage numbers to see what these stats that we've built can bring us. I'll test her out in a small team that I've put together in Dragon 20, where she is the right affinity, of course. And just to see, just a sample test, I'll just run the first wave only, and just to see the numbers. For the endgame account, I'm going to be using her sometimes maybe in 3v3 arena. That's why I built her, I guess. And then for the Noob to Pro, she'll feature alongside my nukers. I do have Gembo, who is with the better nuker, I guess, for that account, because I'm currently not going to be putting books on her on the Noob to Pro. But on my main account, as you see, she's fully booked. Yes, I spent all the books on her. And yeah, just to give her a fair review, I guess. So let's see, with decreased defense and weaken out there, how much damage she can do. I guess this dude is fast. He will go first. Hopefully it doesn't kill everybody, yeah? That's her A1, 36k, 36k, 36k. That's why I'm seeing her punching. Woo! That's the damage you're looking at. 76k, 86k, 150 estimated, or 160. That's how much damage Ronda does with her AoE damage right there. Let's see her A2, how much damage it can do. But there's no decreased defense and weaken out there. So that means we'll not see the real thing this time. But hey, it still works, I guess. Let's see it. That's it. 25k 3 times, right? She hits 3 times on that. So that's 25k per hit, I guess. So that's Ronda's damage according to my 271 crit damage. Some ignore defense. No savage sets. She's doing this much. If this champion was in savage sets, she's probably gonna be doing up to 100k per hit, I guess. Because right now she's not ignoring. Ooh, damn. I love to see that punch that she's doing. That's a real boxer right there. So that's all I wanted to test for you guys to see how Ronda works. Now, if you want to see her in the clan boss for the Noob to Pro, check out the update that I'll give later in the evening, where we'll take her into the clan boss on that account, because she's in life still. I want to see how much damage she can do compared to my Frozen Banshee or compared to my other champions that I normally do damage with in the clan boss. There's no way we're gonna end this one without taking this new champion Ronda into where a lot of people, 95% of the players in raid, is going to be using her, and that is classic arena and 3v3 arena. So let me hit refresh and find some teams that we can bully. I've not put together any team or anything, but let me just take one person out of my normal team, which is Foley, and then slide her in right there. Recently used, and there she is. In a stall team, she might be in the leader slot, but in a fast team like this, I want her going first. Let's see how much damage she can bring down the entire enemy in one hit, or she has to do her double hit to actually take them down. These are crucial champions, so I expect her to nuke them all down in one hit with the help of Abita's increased attack. Meter reduction. I didn't bring in a weaken right here, just decrease defense, and boom, 60k, 65k normal damage. So a lot of enemies in this arena will be about 30k HP, 40k HP. So if you're hitting them for 60k, that's all their HP right there gone, including decreased defense that is helping you hit harder. And of course, if you come against tanks, if I can find a tanky team, you can take them down in one hit, obviously. Now, do I want to go against this Sifi? I want to see her use her A1, right? So let me bring in a champion that can protect her. Something like this, right? So this way, I don't care if my Madam Series dies, as long as she can get a turn. Let me just try something. So if she survives Ronda's nuke, I want to see if she can one-shot that CP, including that passive with that A2. We've tested her AoE, let's try her passive out. She's protected, so nothing is gonna happen to her right now. Not even Ninja can freeze her. I want Sifi to do her stuff before I go in with my cleanse, because if I put decrease defense and weaken right now, she might go in there and do something strange. So let me go in with my A1. Okay, now the Sifi does not get to do her stuff. Let me protect Abita. I'm just waiting for my Ronda to take a turn. You see what I was saying? That's why I didn't want to use the decrease defense. And we survived. Yes, that's why you have Necrit right there. Yes, we still survived it. Alright, let's hopefully Sifi doesn't sleep my madam, because I'm about to strip her. Oh, this is not what I want to use this skill. Alright, let's just go in and see if we can kill Ronda. Without decrease defense. Without decrease defense, Ronda went down. Damn. So I really can't test out Sifi's passive right here. I wanted to actually put her the A2 on Sifi. I really can't test it out right here. Maybe we'll find a, what's his name? Who do I kill? 14k, 21k. Let's kill Ronda before she tries anything strange. Of course, Abita doesn't have a revive available. Wasting a revive when it's not even a turn. can find this ultimate Death Knight to use that passive on, it would be nice. No revive for you. 29k per hit right there. Almost 30k per hit. Was it from that A1? That's an A1 that did 30k A1s and you hit 3 to 4 times. That's crazy. All right, let's find one more team to beat in this arena test. Now this is a tanky team. This looks like a tanky team, right? And this, who has a passive right there that I want to really lock out? Nobody. What's her name? Duchess. Her passive is not interesting enough. Let me try ultimate Death Knight. That's who I was looking for. I wanted to see him use his passive. Will this team work? Yeah. Hopefully she can't die. We are protected. Increase attack. Not yet. Let's slow down our death, our eventual death. I can't use it yet until I stop his passive from. Alright, now I can use it. Negative affinity. A2 on ultimate Death Knight. Done. I didn't mean to kill him. All I just wanted for the passive to just stay on him so he doesn't take all the damage from all these allies. But this ultimate Death Knight was not even in Stone Skin. If it's one in Stone Skin, you obviously cannot do that to him. He will just resist it and all that stuff. So yeah, I didn't actually mean to kill him with just an A2. That A2 hits really hard, extremely hard. With decreased defense, let's see how much damage she's gonna do. I don't want to kill everybody out yet. I want her to do the killing with her A2. Meter boost, and let's go in for the nuke. Next, I'll put in Lydia to see decreased defense and weaken in battle. 2 hits. She had a weak hit the last time, then the second time she went in and killed her off. Let's put in somebody that has a weaken, like let me go engage the team, decrease defense and weaken, and that is Lydia. Hopefully we go first. Against the Duchess and the Arbiter, double revivers. That's why I'm bringing the Lydia to also block their revive. And we didn't land it on the Duchess, but we'll protect our Arbiter against Gembo. Push his turn meter back a little bit so he has no ideas. Arbiter almost killed that Gembo. So weak. And do we try it on Duchess? Since it doesn't need accuracy, right? Let's try it on Duchess. That's it. Passive block. Duchess cannot, do her passive that reduces the amount of damage her enemies, her allies take. She can't do all that stuff anymore. So he put the passive on her. He also put the block. So she couldn't even put the block debuff buff on them because her active skill is also locked out. For 2 turns though, it's not like it's for a long time. Let's also lock out Arbiter. Just for good measure. We will survive the nuke, yes. Counter-attack accessories coming in clutch right there. And we'll revive. That's why I protected Arbiter, because I knew that Gembo had other ideas. And now it's my turn, right? Come on, let me take a turn and show you what I'm made of. My decreased defense and weaken is on only Madame, so let me end her career with this hit. 43k, 63k. Why is Arbiter still alive? She survived that hit. That's a strong Arbiter right there. So imagine a Duchess being left with only using an A1. That's just sad. Because of one champion that came in with an A2. I didn't kill her. Is this Duchess gonna kill me now? Of course, yes. See how far she went down. I'm still gonna win this though, because my Lydia hits with this skill, right? No, she doesn't. Duchess is free to do her revive right now, but let's see if she had the opportunity to do it. Let me go in with my A1. She couldn't do it. Too sad. All right, that's all I'm going to test for this run. She's a normal Nuker that you have in the arena, but the only special thing that she brings along is the ability to stop one of those enemies that has a crazy passive that you cannot deal with. Does that mean she cannot really block Lydia, stop Lydia from doing her block and death on revive? Hold on. That's my Lydia. I just want to make sure it's a passive. It's a passive. So does this champion can stop Lydia from doing block death on revive? I have to try this out another time and maybe give you a feedback in the Discord or something. But I'd love to see her lock Lydia's passive out, and then Lydia cannot revive anybody that goes down on her team. Or does that mean Lydia can also not stop my team from reviving somebody when this is placed on her? That would be a nice one to test out. I only thought it was Ultimate Death Knight and what's her name, Duchess and all that she can do that stuff for. Any crazy passive that you don't want to deal with, bring this champion and she will take care of you. As long as that enemy is not using something like a stone skin or immunity on them, it will work out just fine. This means she can also lock out what's her name, this champion that has high resistance that you can't really debuff her, Mitrala Life Bane, that everybody is using in high-end arena. Once they get her, they bring her in. She's so annoying because you debuff everybody, she cannot be debuffed. She just goes in there and does the cleanse. So this means if you do go first, you see a Mitrala, you want to lock her out, both her passive and her active skills will be gone, so she cannot cleanse everybody else. So I guess maybe you want to run this champion with another Nuker, because if she's using her A2, that means she will have to wait an entire turn before she can use her A3. So my final verdict for this champion is that she's an awesome Nuker. If you don't have better Nukers already in the game, because obviously she doesn't hit like 200k or something like that, you know, like the Trondas and the Candraphone. Candraphone doesn't even need decreased defense or weaken out there. He will make it work. Or the Folies that block revive, you know. So there are still better champions, SS tier, top 3, top 10 in the game. She doesn't rank among that at all, but you still have some special use for her, some special use case. So enjoy her and use her for that content. For my main account, she will not be featuring in my team. She will be relegated to some special triviality teams. When I see those potential flaws in the enemy team, that's when I bring her in right there and use her. If I don't want to use my Romantu, I do have a Romantu, so I was like, why stop one person's passive when you can stop everybody's passive? You know, so that's the budget Romantu. I guess you guys use her, enjoy her. The Noob to Pro will be testing this champion again tonight at the clan boss. Once I get my key, I'll do a clan boss run and record it and see if she can actually help in my clan boss or not. Currently I'm using the Frozen Banshee and all those other teams, so we'll test that out in the Noob to Pro series. Check that video out. I'm not going to do a clan boss run on this one. I just wanted to show her how generally newer players and endgame players will be using her, who already have better Nukers, I guess. So you guys let me know what you think about Ronda. I'll give her a 7 out of 10. She's not like a 10 out of 10 at all. She's just a niche champion for some special use case, or a awesome legendary champion for nuking when you don't have better options. All right, help me hit that like button in this video for me if it helps you out. Let me know in the comments below how you built your Ronda, which artifact set you used on her. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you and also learning from your comments below also. Hopefully we find a better way to use her in the future. Maybe special content that is coming up that will require us. I didn't test her in the Fire Knight. Triple hit A1, we already know that. I don't want to test that out, but she's awesome in dungeons and everywhere. I'll be testing more in more coming days, and maybe we'll find a better build for her that will have more better service set of for now, I just give her mediocre set and wanted to do this little test. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.